black metal. And how many do I have left, Kevin? Let's do a quick update if we can. I have fewer than 300, so I knew we were about 250, 240 right now left. All right, we're moving on. We've got some other bedding options for you. This is the Safari. It's a 3-piece set, and you're getting the quilt and you're getting 2 shams. If you get the twin, you're getting a single sham. I have 3 different choices. On the bed is the Giraffe, and then down below we have the Zebra, which is going to be in the gray tones, and then the one that's really fun and bright and colorful, this one is called the Wild Safari. All done in a quilted style. And now for the first time ever, look at the price on this. Instead of $65.95, we're at $29.99. Yay! Stephanie, you gotta love that. Now we got a little walk on the wild side. I kind of appreciate that.
I do too. It definitely livens up your space, doesn't it? I love our choices too. So we have a couple neutral ones for you, and then that big pop is really great. But I love a quilt, and maybe you don't, maybe you're ready to change out your bedscape, but you don't want one of those big billowy kind of comforters. Totally understand. It's your preference. This is a really great option. We do quilts better than anyone, honestly, because these are kind of a modern twist on like that traditional quilt. So you can still see the silhouette of your bed. It still looks very clean, but we've kind of given it an elevation because the quilted design is this modern geometric pattern. So it's not squiggle vermicelli kind of. It's actually more of a geometric, which is nice and modern. And then the patterns themselves are very modern with the, you know, the animal prints, which are great. And then when you flip them over, they have a really fun pop on the other side. So on the Zebra, this is kind of like an animal dot, not like a leopard print, but kind of like an abstract dot kind of print on the back, and it's really, really nice and functional. So you can kind of tone it down or do the half and half as I talked about before. Same on the shams. So take a look at the gorgeous shams, and then they flip over to an envelope closure, which I love because there's no zippers, there's no buttons that are gonna be falling off, and then I have to replace those, and it's all very easy to wash. This is our #1 selling fabrication, our brushed microfiber, so you're getting that coziness. It feels like rose petals. And of course, it's very easy to wash. So you're gonna pop this in. It's fade resistant, shrink resistant, and wrinkle resistant. Say it with me. And it's so, so comfortable. Notice how flexible this is, Suzanne. You know how some quilts can be really stiff because of the batting, the interfacing, or the applique design that's often on a quilt? We don't have that here. So you'll notice that this is like cozy up with me right away, right when you get this home. It's perfect.
Well, and I love it too, because if you're gonna put, say, maybe you have a big down alternative comforter and it's just white, and you're like, okay, I really wanna put something on top of it, but then becomes too heavy and too bulky. This is gonna be perfect for that. I also saw this and I thought, oh my goodness, why not redecorate the grandkids' room, or if you've got kids, their room, because I think these animal prints are playful and fun. Certainly they can be for an adult experience, but I really like this for the kids. I'll never forget one time it went away, and believe it or not, I used to go to horse camp. It was a pretty rugged horse camp. And I came home one time and my mom and dad had completely redone my entire room. And they did it in pink, and I had a black wrought iron bed. And to this day, I'll never forget how I was just so excited. I kind of got a big girl room, which was so cool. So if you do have somebody in your life and you're saying, wow, you know, they're still using, you know, the SpongeBob SquarePants quilt they've had on it since they were 2, you know, maybe it's time to make that more of a teenage room, or make it more adult looking. Give them that changeover and do it as a surprise. And it's not like you have to repaint the room and go crazy. It's literally just changing up the bedding. What I would do is go online or find some really fun little pillows and add that to it to give it more dimension and texture. But think about that when you see these really good prices. Also, maybe you have someone who's on a bit of a budget and they've moved into a new place, and maybe it is a 2-bedroom little apartment and they don't have a really nice kind of quilt experience for the guest room, then why not try this? I think it does lend to something a little more interesting. Maybe add the baskets we have coming up. Those seagrass baskets would look amazing, because again, it's giving you more of that safari style that this sort of evokes. Can you guys do me a favor? Can anybody grab the white seagrass basket? We have a set of 2 coming up. They're $15. Thank you, my love. They're $15, but look at this, guys. This is really where you can create this great experience. experience. So again, this might be on the bedside, but I'm just gonna stick it right here. So if you wanna redo your room and you don't have a big budget, you buy this, and obviously it's reversible, so you can do a little bit more of a subtle print on the opposite side. But then this goes on the bedside, it goes on the corner. You add those little elements of texture and accent, and that's how you take a really plain kind of nondescript room and you really make it look fantastic. Like let's say you just had this on the corner edge of the bed, or you had it beside the bed. That would be so awesome, and now we just really do create kind of a whole new experience. These will be coming up. It's a set of 2. I think they're super cool. They're, I think, $15 for both of them, and I think we've sold a couple hundred from the previews. So just know we will get to these if this is gonna be something that you saw earlier. We will get to it in just a moment. All right, here's the story here though. What is the most popular, Kevin? Oh, the zebra, I love that. Let's look at the zebra. And I'll show you, if we can go close on that reverse. I don't think you guys could see it very well in Steph's shot. Thank you guys. There it is, that's the reverse. So if you want something a little, you know, less zebra-y, you can. And again, you've got that whole gray story, which I think is just so cool. For me, Steph, too, using a gray palette is really a nice sort of cool alternative on a hot summer day in your bedroom. It just evokes, think of silver jewelry. I always think of silver jewelry as icy cool as opposed to gold, which is warm. So that would be kind of a fun change. And that giraffe I think is amazing. All right. Okie doke, let's talk about the $10 credit card. Our HSN card is a wonderful way to shop with us. We have tons going on with that card. A lot of it we don't actually get to talk about on the air, but once you get the card, you have access to all the special deals that we do. Right now, if you apply for it and approved, you're gonna get $10 off that very first purchase. Okay, so this one's gonna be fast and furious, Miss Stephanie. So she's joining me. We're doing what's called a 5 and 5. It's 5 items, they're all very, very limited.